Hello and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. We need to go to the blacksmith. Why do we need to go to the blacksmith? Well, we've got stuff that needs fixed, and I think the blacksmith can help us. I definitely think he can help us with this. We also need to find a tanner. And, you know what? If there's a blacksmith, there might be a tanner or someone who can repair our leather equipment there as well. So, it seems like a good idea. We also need to have a look for a better sword. I don't actually know if our sword is bad or not. It is quality 2, but I have no real idea what this means. We haven't found another sword to compare it to. All we know is that this is our sword. We don't really have anything to judge it on. Actually, we, for a long time, I just realized, had less than the max strength to use the sword because we were hungover or injured. We're back to being able to use it, but I hadn't realized that we would have a negative then. Yeah, okay. Anyway, yeah, we need to get some comparisons. I also realized that we never actually had a look for the swords that the people used against us when we killed them, which we probably should have because they might have been better. Anyway, I've also had a chance to look online, and the innkeeper here has been talked about in other places. So, I'm going to go in on our accent again. People have said it sounds Jamaican. Yeah, it does sound a little bit. It does give a little bit of those vibes. You know what I think it is, though? There is a certain accent that you get kind of around the southeast, like London, a lot, which is kind of similar to her accent occasionally, when she slips out of the accent that she's trying to imitate. And that, I think, is her accent. So I think it is a UK accent. It's just a... Oh, I hadn't even noticed the guy in the tree. My God. Would have paid a lot more respect to Law and Order here if I'd noticed him earlier. Anyway, yeah. Basically, it sounds a lot like that accent, which I think is fair, because it probably is. So it's probably a UK accent just from a... yeah, not the part that they were aiming for, basically. But anyway, it's fine. Yeah, it's an odd decision to recast them. You would think that you could just have someone else be the person who does the talking and then just have a new person. But anyway. Oh yeah, I never actually showed you guys on the map where we're going. So, we came down here. I'm going to follow this road in the hopes that it leads us to wherever the blacksmith is. And then we can hopefully get this quest moving and get some trading done. Which seemed like a good idea to me. Also, I love that I can see the shadow of our, like, feathered hat there. Right. Let's go. We're also still hungover, I believe, right? Let me just double check our player buffs. Damaged armor, overeating, injured head. Now, do we have an injured head because we fell over in the lake, or do we have an injured head because we have a hangover? Actually, we don't. It doesn't say hangover, does it? It just says injured head. I don't know. Anyway, let's carry along this way. Also, I just had a sudden realization. The miller that we're looking for, he must be here. Yeah. Okay. The sudden realization came to me because I was like, wait a second. The miller was the other part of this main quest. So we could have just followed the main quest to find the miller. I'm sure somebody has already told me this. Yeah, I am recording these a little bit in advance, because I'm trying to build up a little bit of a backlog, but and also because every time I think about what I want to play, I'm like, yeah, I could play a little bit more Kingdom Come Deliverance. Anyway, yeah, that would probably be a good idea. Probably have been a good idea. I have been given tips on how to do savior snaps better, which we might try. I think I did see the exact same recipe when people were playing the first game, like the same way of doing it. Basically, the idea is, instead of using the turns thing, you instead grind. And grinding takes as long as a turn, or as long as like an X amount of turns. So you end up with the perfect thing anyway, because you're doing the actions in the right way. But if you do it right, it basically means you can't mess it up. So I think it's chuck the stuff in, then grind. By chucking the stuff in, then grinding, the amount of time it takes you to grind and then chuck the stuff in, also, like that's the same amount as 2 turns, which means that you're pretty much just ready to take it out again the moment that you're done. Which is, or like the moment you do that, which is pretty good. Anyway, yeah, we'll look at it if we ever need to do it, but for now we don't need to. Anyway, heading along here. What's this up there? I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at. some sort of symbol up above? Yeah, but I have no idea what that symbol is. Is it like a weather vane? I mean, it's a little big. I'm still not entirely sure what it is, if I'm honest with you. We're getting closer and closer, and it's not becoming clearer. Yeah, what is that? I've discovered Tachov. Oh, it might just be some banners for the wedding. Yeah, I think it might just be banners. Okay. Right. We will leave you guys alone for now. Oh, look at the maypole. Ah, that's the maypole.
This is your famous maypole.
Oh, well, that explains what it is. Hello, Blacksmith. I wish to talk. Actually, first of all, I wish to repair. Yes. Can you repair all that I've got here? How much would that be?
Great. Come back.
Oh, that was 10.
Friend.
Oh, okay. Hello. Lovely maple.
What a nice maypole. It'd be a shame if something...
What?
Nothing. Nothing. Really, very nice.
I'll say the best in the country. Do you know why?
No?
Because it's the only one. We toppled the one in Zhelyov. They never saw it coming. Nobody gets the better of us. I don't think they're going to try anything after that beating anyway. Even if they do, Henrik will raise the alarm and we'll kick their asses again.
Okay. Hello.
What can I do for you?
I'm here about the job.
I heard you could use a helping hand at the forge.
I could. My last two hands, well, they're not worth mentioning. And what with the wedding coming up, the work is piling up. What do they call you?
Henry.
I'm Radovan. You should know, Henry. The blacksmithing isn't for everyone. Have you done it before?
Yeah. I basically grew up in the forge. My father was a swordsmith, and not just any. He even forged swords for the nobility.
For the nobility, eh? Well, that kind of experience will come in very handy for me indeed. As it happens, I have to forge a wedding present for young Lord Semine. A fine sword.
So you'll take me on?
Hold your horses. I'll have to try you out first. You could forge me a hunting sword as a test, so I can see if you can make a straight blade. That shouldn't give you much trouble if your father was a swordsmith, should it?
Let's get started.
Sure thing. I can get started right away.
Great. Find some iron and get started then.
Iron?
You can't make a sword out of butter, but if you don't have your own stuff, you can get everything from the chest in my forge.
Oh, okay then.
Deal.
Yeah, I'm gonna get everything from the chest in your forge.
Go over to the anvil and let's get...
Yeah, we'll have all of this. Thank you. Start forging at the anvil. Yes, anvil. Start blacksmithing. I would like to make a hunting sword. Okay. So it does slash, stab, and blunt. It's got defense. It gives you a certain amount of charisma. The hunting sword is the faithful companion of every hunter or poacher. It is usually used to finish off hunted game. But it's also handy for cutting kindling for a fire. This is what we've been using as our main sword, by the way, just as an FYI.
Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up a bit hardly. Try poking it around for a bit.
Okay.
Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above you. Give it a pull.
Okay.
Work the bellows.
I'm not sure that this is correct. There you go, it's hot, I think. Maybe more? Maybe I just have to hold it down? Yes, I just have to hold it down. Okay. I'm not sure this is how you make a sword. I'll be honest with you. Oh, I see, you're meant to spread the temperature.
By the color.
Yeah?
You won't be able to tell when it's in the fire. You have to take it out from time to time and take a look. Try it out.
Okay. F. Okay.
See? That's exactly the straw color we want. You've got talent, lad. Now heat up the whole thing.
Okay.
The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Try moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it.
Okay.
Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times. See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other.
Okay. Let's hammer it.
Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn
Okay.
it over and continue on the other side.
Rotate. And bang. Oh. Bang. 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 More banging.
Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway.
Okay. The closer you are to completion, the closer the shape of the piece resembles what you're forging. Keep forging till it cools off. Okay. Turn it over. Keep hitting it.
It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. But it's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again. Like
Alright.
before.
Let's try and do this better this time, so... I'm just gonna make it hot. And then just keep making it hot. Okay. That bit's hot. This bit at the end. Okay. There we go.
The whole thing is heated up
And then to the anvil.
so come over to the anvil.
Okay, and then hit it again. And... bang.
Besides the sparks, you can tell a good strike by the sound it makes.
Okay. Rotate the workpiece. Seems like I haven't heated it up correctly, because the center part doesn't look right. Yeah. Rotate. Oh, return to the anvil. Sorry, that's what I meant to do. Let's heat it up a little bit more. Okay. And let it really get hot. And then in the center here. Then at the end. Right. Back to the anvil. Now it's much hotter. I don't know if that's good or not, but at least it's all the same color now. Mostly.
See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, the work goes by easier. Sometimes I'll whistle to myself to keep the rhythm going. There you go. You've got it finished. All
Have
that's
I?
left is
Okay.
to temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking.
Okay. Temper with E. Wait, how am I going to temper it? How do I get it out of the... No, get it out of there. Oh, there we go. Maybe that was tempering it. Alright, I've made a sword, I think. Hunting sword. Quality level 3? Ooh, nice. Okay.
Right. Let's have a look.
It's good, right?
Very nice work. Your father taught you the trade well.
He'd certainly be happy to hear that.
If you carry on hammering as well as you did today, you've definitely got a job here. Even so, keep in mind, it's all about making sure every strike does its job. That's why you can't let it get cold, or keep striking the same spot. If you work evenly, each strike falling right next to the last one, you can't go wrong. Got that? Or is there something else you want to ask about?
What's the whistling for? Sure. I mean, it's so that you hit in rhythm, but we'll let him tell us all this.
What good does it do me to whistle while I work?
It makes you work to a rhythm. You won't get tired so quickly, and the iron feels it.
How do I know a good strike from a bad one? The sparks.
How do I know a good strike from a bad one?
By the sparks that fly up, and by the ring. It rings out with a different sound when you do it right.
How should I heat it up properly?
What's the right way to heat up the workpiece?
Do it till it turns the color of straw. Ideally, the color should be the same everywhere, if your forging's going to be even. The main thing is, don't work it cold. You just ruin it. But don't overheat it either. As soon as sparks start to fly off it in the furnace, take it out.
Okay, why forge evenly?
Why should I forge evenly?
If you keep hammering the same spot, you'll never finish it. You'll just fuck it up. But jumping from one end to the other ain't a good idea neither. You'd end up working unevenly. The best thing to do is aim each strike next to the one before.
Okay, when is the workpiece finished?
How will I know it's finished?
Notice the shape. The closer you are to finishing, the more precise the shape it will have.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
Thanks. That's all I need to know.
You can sleep in the chamber by the woodshed. And there's a chest where you can keep your things. And of course, you can use the forge anytime you want. Any questions?
Oh, this is great. I have a bed. Where can I get materials?
Where can I get materials?
You can buy some essentials from me. But if you want to make a fancy sword with lots of ornamentation, you'll have to look elsewhere. This is just a village, you know. The locals ain't after luxury. And they can't afford it neither.
What can I do with the items I've forged?
What can I do with the items I've forged?
Well, you can sell them. Though you probably won't have much luck around here. But I'll happily buy some of the nicer things from you.
Where exactly can I sleep?
Where exactly is my bed?
At the side of the house, there are 2 doors and a wheelbarrow between them. You go in by the rear door, next to the woodshed, and you can put your things in the chest there. Don't worry, nobody'll steal them.
What now?
What now?
What do you think? You're not going to be idle. I'll find you some work to do right away. You're pretty good at swords, but what the locals really need is axes and horseshoes. Right, here are some simple drawings that show what they're both supposed to look like. And some iron. You can get down to it right away.
Just like that? You aren't going to help me?
Sacre, lad. I chose you because you already know a thing or two. I'm not going to look over your shoulder all bloody day. You take care of these smaller jobs. Forge away as long as you're able, and then sell it all. Once you've made some coin and feel like being out in the open again, I'll give you some more interesting work.
Okay. You got your own bed. The biggest advantages of having your own bed is that it's always available, and sleeping in it automatically saves the game. You get more beds at later stages of the story, or buy them at taverns or in larger buildings. And then it disappeared. Alright, we'll do a little wash. Okay. Hello there. Who are you? Radovan's wife,
Ave Maria.
Milena. Oh, cool. So wood and 2 wheelbarrows or something? Is it in here? I think this is my bed. Hey, we have a bed. Fantastic. And a leather apron. Okay, well, first of all, this is my room, so let's close it up. Get our leather apron. Our armorer's kit. Nice. Where's the chest? Oh, there's the chest. Oh, blacksmith's kit as well. Oh, this is very nice. Ooh, Okay, so these are DLC items, I'm assuming. Which obviously are going to be far too good for us right now. So we're just going to leave that. Okay, yeah. I was going to put things in here, but I guess I don't have that much I actually want to keep. That's fine. We'll leave that for now then. Okay, yeah, the problem with the DLC items, right, is that they fill up most of my chest. It's kind of like an odd thing. It's like, okay, well, what am I going to, you know, given they fill up all the chest, what you're actually meant to do. Anyway. Right, is this this is better then, I assume. Let's have a look. More damage. Yes, it's just better. It's just straight up a better sword. Okay. Well, equip. There we go. Yeah, so I can get rid of that one now. We have a leather apron. A long linen tunic joined by a long leather apron for harder work in the workshop. Okay. Well, I think we do want to wear that, right? I guess. We'll change our outfit in a second. And then soft shoes. Okay. Armor. Let's do this for a second. Go back to our outfit. So we're going to change to red. So we'll wear that. I don't want to wear my coat over this. No, I don't want to wear that. We'll wear the hemmed hood and the hat here. Because we can. We don't need to wear the... I guess we probably want to wear gloves. Probably want to wear those. Probably want to wear those. So this is our blacksmithing outfit currently. Yep. Yeah, we could potentially put that on, but I don't think we need to. If we've got an apron, we want that on top. Right. We're in the blacksmith's outfit. Wonderful. Hello there.
What are you here for, friend?
Right. I want to trade.
I'll have a look at the wares.
Okay, what have you got? So, let's have a look at how these compare to my current thing. Like, look at the damage. Wait a second, it's not comparing. I don't have a weapon equipped. I should have a weapon equipped at all times anyway. No reason not to. Right, now when I go to trade, it will show me the comparison. I was thinking, these are incredible. They're still pretty good, but look at this. That's 50 extra damage based on it. We don't have the strength or agility, but... yeah, these are definitely better. Yeah, actually, we don't have anything to use any of these. Military sword we're very close to. We just need a little more agility. Heavier weapons? Need the strength for the heavier weapons. Pole arms? Yeah. No, I don't think any of these are... oh, I guess the common warhammer is okay. It does a lot more blunt damage than their current one, but... yeah, no. You got some of those things. A dagger? Okay, that's for creeping up on people. Could also buy some of these if we wanted a little bit more of a defensive hat or a defensive collar. Okay, cool. So you sell these. Can I repair mine here? Yeah, let's see if we can repair our stuff here. You also sell some of this stuff as well.
Take care, then.
Oh, actually, we got kits, didn't we? Let's see if we can repair our stuff with our kits that we got. Armorer's kit. How do I use it? Maybe I need to go to the thing I want to repair? No? Oh, there, I can't use the armorer's kit at all. You don't have anything you can fix, but the blacksmith's kit I do. And repair the hunter's sword. Oh, I see. But I don't want to do that, because I'm going to sell you that, actually. Okay. So, who's going to repair my who repairs my armor? I just need an armorer rather than a swordsmith. Okay. Hello.
How can I help you today, friend?
First of all, trade.
I'll have a look at the wares.
Yes, I am going to sell you some stuff. Well, I'm going to sell you the hunting sword, basically. But not very much. Wait, we have these, which are apparently... okay, let's sell them this first. Haggle.
I'd like to do something about that price.
Sure. Why not?
I'd like you to pay me 8 for it. Yeah.
Do we have a deal?
That sounds really interesting. Lower your price a little more. and I'll be satisfied.
Okay. Let's go to 7.7.
Aye, you'll convince me with that price.
Wonderful.
Thank you, and a good day to you, friend.
So it says I got 2 of these. Oh, wait, no, those are repair. Oh, he did repair those. Oh, never mind then. Yeah, that's fine. For a second there, I was like, wait a second. I don't remember these being repaired, but no, those were repaired. Okay. So actually, he did repair our armor. That's why we don't have anything that can be repaired. That makes sense. Hello. I need more practice.
I'm still not really sure of myself in the forge.
No.
Could you show me again how it's done?
Why not? Why don't you forge me another?
Yeah.
Let's see what you...
No, I don't want to. No. Oh, can I cancel? Hey.
Then go over to the anvil, and let's get started.
Oh, no. Alright, back to blacksmith. We're making another sword. I want to do the next recipe.
Give it a practice try.
Well,
some things like swords are too long to fit. There you go. You've got it finished.
cool, that was quicker.
Left is to temper it.
Alright, so yeah, it does take it over here and, you know, warms it up. That's okay. So it just warms up the end of it, and then we quench it. Okay, fair enough. Right. What have we made? I mean, we obviously made a hunting sword, but is it any better? Let's see. Definitely felt better. It's exactly the same. Alright, cool. Hey, I didn't really mean to do that. About smithing?
There's a couple more things I'd like to ask.
Ask away.
No, I don't need to do any of this. Okay.
Thanks.
Tell me about the more interesting job. Could you teach me something?
I'd like to learn something.
What is this about?
I don't really want to learn that for now. Okay, maybe I just have to make the horseshoes and things? Yeah, I can just do it. Okay. So I now have another one that I can sell. Okay. But I can only make this because it's the only thing I know. So I guess I can't make horseshoes and things. Despite him saying, hey, I'll get you to make horseshoes and things. Okay. Maybe I need to find recipes for that. Do you have any recipes for that? Trade. Trade? Trade? Alright, I'll just press the talk button. Trade.
Show me your wares.
That's it. Are you broken?
Excuse me?
You're excused? Hello. Trade.
Show me your wares.
Okay. Tell me about the more interesting job.
It's about those 2 idiot hands of mine, Venser and Franzi. They drove off with a cart full of goods towards Semine, and they never came back.
Do you want me to find them?
Just so. But more importantly, I want to know where my cart ended up, and especially the cargo. Go to Semine and find out what the bloody hell happened.
Okay. Which way did they go?
Have you any idea which way they might have gone? I could have a look along the way. Maybe their cart broke down or something.
There's only one road to Semine that can take a cart. It leads from Takov to Troskovitz, and then to the south. But I've got a bad feeling they got up to no good in Semine.
Venser and Franzi?
Those 2 hands of yours, Venser and Franzi. What can you tell me about them?
Can't tell you much. They're wandering laborers. I don't think they wanted to stay here with me for long, but these days I can use all the help I can get.
Were they suspicious in any way?
No, they worked hard. They ain't no slackers. And I can't say that about everyone.
Cargo?
What was the cart carrying?
Bugger and bollocks. All sorts of stuff. I'd say Lord Semine wants to rearm his garrison with new equipment. There were some hunting swords, bastard swords, crossbow bolts. I also fixed the trigger on young Semine's crossbow. And some kitchen stuff. Sacks of charcoal, all sorts of things. There's a good month's work in that cartload.
Okay, I'll get on it.
All right. I'll get right on it then.
Go ahead. And if you find that pair of fools drunk, kick their asses for me.
Gladly. I'll kick some sobriety into them.
Okay, that's fine. Trade?
I'll have a look at the wares.
I guess I will not. Okay. Right. I don't really know what to do. Maybe wait an hour to see if he fixes. Yeah. Literally just stand still and then see if he fixes it. If that fixes it. Trade.
What do you have for sale?
Aha! There we go. Literally just waiting worked. I don't know if he... Yeah, he sells recipes. There we go. Farmer's horseshoes. Ah. Okay. We did suggest that we do that. And we know the military sword might be good for us afterwards, but... We already have the hunting sword recipe. Work axes was the other one he suggested, right? Yeah, let's buy those. He also sells lockpicks, huh? Oh, cobbler's kit. I actually want a couple of those, actually. Yeah. How much are we buying? 144. Okay. I'll buy your lockpicks as well. Well, I'll buy all of them. 145. Oh, my money. I don't know what I need for these yet. Okay. Back over here. I'm going to sell my hunting sword. There we go. And then we're going to haggle. Yeah.
Let's talk about the price.
Sure. Why not?
I would like to pay 200 for this. Actually, I'd like to pay 190 for this.
Do we have a deal?
More.
He's very unhappy. 210?
Very well then. Pleasure doing business. Take
Hey,
care.
my rep went up. Okay, what do I need for these recipes? Oh, I forgot. I hope he didn't give me the recipes before. I just realized he might have given them to me and then I need to redo them. But let's see, are they books? Oh, he gave them to me already. I just bought useless. I bought useless things. I need to sell these back. Yeah, see it in the recipe book. So we have axes. We need scrap metal for that. We need scrap metal for this. Okay. So I'll sell back some stuff and get scrap metal for it. Right, hello. Oh dear.
Show me your wares.
Yeah, well, I'm going to sell you. He doesn't buy them. Wonderful. I'm going to buy all your scrap metal if you've got any. Materials. I'm going to buy all of that. Haggle?
I'd like to discuss the price.
All right. I'm listening.
I'd like to pay 1750 for that.
Do we have a deal?
More.
Oh. 19.
Aye. You'll convince me with that price. Thank you, and a good day to you, friend.
A good day to you as well, friend. Right. So now... now I can make these. So let me just work out the price here. So obviously we're going to make one of these for us anyway. But this is 24.8 for 2, and it's 2 scrap metal for that. So it's 12.4 per scrap metal. Well, these are 15 per scrap metal. So these are obviously better. Okay, in terms of money. Let's make a work axe first, though, because we want one. Just to have one. Okay. Let's go. So... let's just make it hot. Yeah. Okay. I can't move it here. I can just make it hot. Oh, it's only the end part? Oh, okay. To the anvil. I guess that makes sense. And then smash it. Okay, this seems a little... well, this seems more difficult and less difficult at the same time. There's only really one place to hit. Okay, rotate it. And do it again. Back to the forge. Yeah. I get it. Also needs to be hotter, I think. Let's make it very, very, very hot. Okay. To the anvil. That's what we're after. Right, let's go. And there we go. Keep smashing it. Along here. Oh. Rotate it. Try and make it more even. It's kind of an awkward minigame. I'll be honest, it's a little awkward. Because you have to move it like very small amounts. Right, rotate it.
Well, I'm about half done.
Half done? Oh no. Keep going. Rotate it. I guess I didn't do very well in the first one. There we go. Just keep hitting it. If he keeps whistling, I assume it's good. Okay, rotate it. And now this side. Might need to put it back in the fire soon. Just keep going.
I should heat it up again.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Alright, so this should be our last heating up, though. So now we make it very, very hot. If we can. I love how it was like, you can't really tell in the fire how hot it is. And I'm like, you kinda can. Like 100%. Anyway. And we'll do this side again first. Alright. Turn it over.
What a day.
Okay. Just keep smashing it.
Fine. Now to temper it.
Alright, let's go. So, we do this. Then we chuck it in the water. Then that's that done. Okay. I forgot to check her craftsmanship, see if we got any new perks. But anyway. That looks like it's alright. Hey, quality work axe. Nice. And we got a perk point for that as well. Okay, so now we can compare it to this. Okay. So, which one is better? I think our hunting sword is better, because this is barely better at slashing and blunt, while the hunting sword is miles better at stab. Yeah, so it's just a nice axe to have. Okay. Oh, perk point. Yeah. Skills, craftsmanship. So we've already got 7 league boots here. Yeah. If you sharpen a weapon on the grindstone, the weapon gains a bonus effect. Well fitted. Tighten lace here, add a leather hem between 2 sheets, sew the loose end between 2 padding properly. Fix the mesh correctly, and it's easier to wear and less noisy. I think we've seen this one before as well. Helping hand. Your hands are healthy and you've got skills to spare. You only lack a workshop. You're happy to put your hands to work, especially if it saves you a few groschen. Repairs will be 20% cheaper. Or thorough maintenance. Good preparation makes a master and you know it. You take good care of your equipment and don't neglect anything. Your father, Martin, would be proud. Your gear will be damaged 10% slower so you don't have to repair it as often. Definitely, yeah. Okay. There's a principle that economically has started to be named after a Terry Pratchett character. I think it's something like Vine's theory of economics or something. Which isn't really that complex. It's just that it's generally rich people stay richer because they buy nicer things, right? So like instead of buying a pair of shoes that'll break apart in a year, they'll buy a pair of shoes that will last 10 years. And it generally keeps them having more money because they're not replacing it. So even though they pay more up front, they actually make it back because they're not buying the same thing every single year. While the person who has less money has to buy the same thing each year because they never have the income, or like they never have the built up surplus of income to be able to buy it all in one go. This is, I think, is kind of falling into that. It's the, well, if we do this, we're going to have nicer gear, or our gear is going to be of a higher quality. It's not going to deteriorate as quickly, and we're not going to spend as much of our money on repairing stuff. That's my logic, anyway. Also, talking of repairing stuff, I bought the cobbler's kit, didn't I? Yeah. So I can repair all of this. So leather gloves first. And the simple shoes. And the soft shoes? Wait, can I do that with one kit? Ah, the kit has durability. I see. But now, we have shoes that are properly repaired, and gloves that are repaired. Hey, this is nice. We're actually in repaired equipment. Right, let's do a horseshoe next. Other, horseshoe. Craft. Let's see how a horseshoe looks. Oh no, this is going to be painful. It's going to be very painful. I've just realized what we're going to have to do here. Hopefully you don't need to bang it as much. Okay. Keep warming it up. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. And anvil. Right. So. Yeah, that's a problem. It's not giving me any credit there. There we go.
I have to hammer it more evenly.
Okay. It's quite difficult to hit it here.
This is useless.
Okay.
I should move it.
I guess you want me to do this and this? I can't move. Oh, I can also move the hammer in here as well. Okay. That's not as easy as it may look. This is actually quite difficult to just hit this thing. And I'm going to rotate it to the other side now. Okay, I hate horseshoes. These are horrible. Rotate it. Actually, back to the forge. It's not warm enough. I think I needed to do the bottom part more as well. Can I move it back and forward? No. Alright, let's heat it up till that bottom part is glowing as well. Okay. Keep it in there.
Damn, it's burning.
No, the bottom part is not going to get anything other than red. My bad. This is horrible. Okay. I might hate this. This is awful. I also noticed if you do smaller hits, then you get a different tune. That's cool. Wait for our stamina to come back. And big hit. And then there we go. Then move it like there. This is truly atrocious. Turn it over. Yeah, I'll stick to swords. Swords were easy. They're a big target. These are tiny. Okay. Please don't say halfway done at some point. That's just gonna depress me. Right. I'm gonna finish this one though. Right. Rotate it. Wait for our stamina to come back. And he's going to tell us to put it back in the forge. Oh, no? We're done? We're done. Wonderful. I'm never doing that again. That is clunky. Or I'm waiting till we get a perk that makes it easier. Yeah, I don't know whether that's meant to be like done on a controller or something, because I gotta tell you, mouse and keyboard, that's not doing the trick. that is yeah, not what I'm looking for.
What are you here for, friend?
I preferred the axe out of those two. Trade.
I'll have a look at the wares.
I'm gonna sell you the work axe that I don't need. And I'm going to sell you the farmer's horseshoes. There we go. Haggle.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Sure. Why not?
I'd like to get 10 for... No, I'd like to get 9.7 for these.
Satisfied?
Less.
Thoroughly unhappy. Okay, I'd like 9.1 for these.
Very well, then. I hope you'll be satisfied, my friend.
Yeah. For 9.1 groschen, I think I might be able to find other things to do. In fact, to be honest, I'd much prefer to just make the hunting swords over and over again. Yeah. Okay. Cool, so we now have a mission from this guy. We also have other things to do here. Let's explore the town a little bit. See what's going on up here.
What happened?
They say he went to bed healthy, but never woke up. It's a mystery.
God, that's terrible.
His mother said he'd been complaining he couldn't feel his left arm, and that he was seeing things.
Ah.
And he was dead in the morning? Poor thing.
Aye. He had his whole life in front of him, and next thing you know, he's being buried.
Well, that doesn't sound good. I'll leave you two to it. Hey, you've reached a new level in survival, and we got a perk point. Oh, what have we got? Also, we have one in speech as well. Oh, we have a strength one. We can do strength. Let's read strength. The medieval world valued physical fitness and strength above all. Superhuman strength was often attributed to great kings and is the most common attribute of heroes such as Samson, Heracles, Gawain, Siegfried, Beowulf, and the Bohemian Beowulf. Strength and its level mainly affects your weapon control and the damage you inflict using melee attacks, as well as the power of your unarmed attacks. It also increases your carrying capacity, allowing you to fully draw powerful bows, and makes it easier to move and fight in heavy armor. Experience is primarily gained through combat. To use weapons that require higher strength levels, you will gain more experience. Okay. Hard-working lad. You grew up in a forge where hard work was never in short supply, and you find a certain satisfaction in it. If you carry a sack or even a dead or unconscious body, the weight only counts as half. Therefore, they will hardly burden you, and carrying them will no longer cost you extra stamina. Additionally, your carrying capacity is permanently increased by 8 pounds. I'll tell you, the second one's got to be pretty good, because I love carrying capacity. When Sir Radzig took you into his service, the first thing he did was send you to train under Master Bernard. You still remember the beating he gave you. The required strength for all weapons will be 2 less for you. In general, if you have a lower strength than the weapon requires, it will do less damage with it. Inversely, if your strength is higher, you'll do more damage. Okay, hardworking lad 100% of the time. Yeah. Okay, and then I could also take this. Oh, no, I can't take this one as well. Oh, I got a main level point as well. Ooh. Okay, we'll have a look at that in a second. Let's get one of those. Let's go to survival. Yeah, survival. Okay. So these are all new. On the Poacher's Trail. Although actually no, we've seen that one before. Master Cook. We've also seen that one. Bounty of the Wild. A poacher usually only cuts the best pieces from the game he kills. He hides them in a poach, hence the name of his dishonest trade, and leaves the rest to waste. However, you know that killing a living creature is not a vain pastime, and if it happens, nothing should go to waste. You can also get fur, trophies, selected cuts of meat, and offal from killed game. Okay. Leg day. Herbs, forays, and digging around in flower gardens are good for you, and you've learned how to combine them with honest training. When collecting herbs, you also gain a small amount of experience in the strength skill. That sounds fantastic. That sounds like something that's very valuable if you get it early. Lucky find. Not only do you have good fortune, but also keen eyesight, and an eye for detail, and a talent for noticing what others would overlook. When collecting herbs, you also have a small chance to find an additional herb or some small treasure. No, leg day, 100%. That is so good. Yeah, that means that picking herbs is like doubly valuable. Levels 2 skills. Okay. Speech. Selling weapons, armor, or clothing that are near perfect condition, you'll gain 10% more money. That's good. Yeah, I think we've looked at both of these before. Hustler. As the old swindlers say, you have to know what's in the head of the buyer to fill the pouch properly. It's easier for you to sell stolen goods. If you succeed in doing so, you'll gain some stealth and thievery experience. Jack of all trades. There are some times when you have to prove your skills, but most of the time it's enough to just fake it, which you excel at. You gain a bonus of +2 to skill checks. You'll also gain twice the amount of experience from these skill checks. You know what? Sure. I'll take that. Sounds useful. Flat value again, I think makes it I think will make it useful early game because like the skill checks won't require like as high a flat number as it will late game. But also twice the amount of experience, it makes sense to get it as early as possible, so you're gaining as much experience as possible. Then main level. So Charming Man, we've already done. Driven by Vengeance. There are only a few people who double-crossed you twice and live to talk about it. After killing your opponent in close combat, you gain 10% more attack damage and faster stamina recovery. Lasts for 30 seconds. Memorable. An idea without action is only half formed. Deeds are what speak for a person. Changes in your reputation, good or bad, spread more widely across the land and among different groups of people. Okay. Undaunted Cavalier. Looking like an intrepid hero of legends is the first step to performing heroic deeds, and that's the first step to entering into legend. If your charisma is higher than 20, your armor will be considered 15 higher. Interesting. I'm going to grab Memorable, because I think it's going to be interesting. Let's grab that. Also, while we're here, I'm going to change my outfit. There we go. So we'll be in the one that has higher charisma. Nice. Peasants, housemaids. Okay. Hello. Who are you?
Good day.
You got a name. What a beautiful maple.
That's a beautiful maypole. We never had one quite like it back home.
Aye, ours is the prettiest. And also the only one in these parts. That's why we keep a close eye on it. Nobody's managed to steal it in recent years, but not for a lack of trying. Except, I feel sorry for my poor Hinyik, having to worry about it.
You're Hinyik?
Henyuk?
He's my sweetheart, I suppose. It's complicated.
Complicated? Is something wrong?
Well, since you asked, my parents forbid us from seeing each other. They're all up in arms over it. They're just not fond of him. So we have to meet in secret, which is impossible now, since Henyek doesn't have the time because he has to watch the maypole.
Well, what if someone took over for him and he had some free time tonight?
I'd like to see that. He's tired, but it's a matter of honor for him. Besides, the others wouldn't be happy if they found out.
We'll see.
Okay.
What do you have for sale?
Painted dye. Okay, one of the dye colored in modern techniques that attempts to hide attempts to load it. Okay. Okay, that's fine. We could buy it, I suppose, but it's quite expensive. I don't think we need to. Okay.
Maybe next time then.
In here.
Tell you anything. He didn't even look at
Hello.
it. Good day to you.
How are you doing?
How you doing? I'm Henry.
Nice to meet you. I'm Zdenyik. I'm a storyteller. I could tell you stories so sad they'd make the devil cry. Or would you prefer something so scary it'll make the hairs on your ass turn white? But it's a lot of hard work for me. Now, if you had something to drink or a couple of groschen, that might help loosen my tongue.
Well, I know lots of stories too.
I know quite a few stories myself. How about a trade? A story for a story.
All right, then. But if it's the one about the magic porridge pot, don't bother. I've heard it 100 times. And that story always leaves me feeling hungry.
I know a romantic tale about a knight, his lady love, and 3 impossible tasks he had to undertake to win her heart. He had to bring her the sweetest wine, tame the wildest horse, and make a crown with the rarest gem.
And then? What happened when he'd done all 3?
Well, the lady of his heart showed her gratitude by giving him the most precious thing she had. And I'm not talking about gold.
Oh, a raunchy ending. That'll be popular with the lads round here. If I were you, I'd make it longer. To last a whole evening. Add a wicked stepmother, that sort of thing. It'll be a hit. And now, I'll tell you a tale in return.
Hey, it worked.
So what kind of story would you like to hear?
I don't know. Why don't you tell me something informative?
I like stories that can teach me something. Stories with a moral.
Haven't you heard enough of those in church? But it's not a problem. I have just the tale for you. And it's not one you'll hear from any priest. So, once upon a time, there lived in these very lands 2 brothers. The older was called Kuba, the younger, Matthias. They were both woodcutters, like their father and his father before him. One day, at the height of summer, they were working in the woods. The air was as hot as a furnace, so Matthias went to a nearby pond to cool himself. But as he was leaning over the cold water, there was a loud splash. His axe had got loose from his belt. In haste, he began to search the muddy bed of the pond, and his hands soon touched something hard and heavy. He pulled it out and could not believe his eyes. He pulled out an axe. Yes, but not his old one. It was an axe made of pure silver.
Good God. I'd grab that without a second thought.
Maybe you would, but Matthias would never. He was an honest man, and with a big swing he threw the silver axe back. He searched the pond again, and this time he pulled out his own axe. Nothing but dull iron and old wood.
Well, it's a good thing he did.
I reckon that was the right choice. Who knows who the silver axe belonged to?
Well, quite. Listen on. Matthias was just about to leave when suddenly a water goblin came out of the pond, silver axe in his hands, and he said, "You're a righteous man, Matthias, and for your honesty, you may keep both axes." Matthias, not hanging around for the goblin to change his mind, took up both axes, gave us thanks, and ran to tell Kuba all about it. Kuba, however, was not best pleased with his little brother's fortune. He deeply envied Matthias for his newfound wealth. So, he set out to try the same thing. He ran as fast as his legs could carry him straight to the pond, threw his own axe in, and began a pretend search for it. Yet Kuba had no luck. He pulled out the axe he'd thrown in himself. So he tried again. Tricked by sunlight, he grabbed something shiny, only to pull out his old iron axe again. Enraged, he hurled his axe back into the water and yelled, "Fuck this axe! I want a silver one!" But the water goblin heard his shameful cry and was greatly upset by Kuba's greed. So, when Kuba reached down into the water for a third time, the water goblin seized his hand, pulled him down whole to the dark depths, and drowned him.
Oh. Well, that's a harsh punishment.
That's so cruel. I feel sorry for Kuba.
Aye, and so did Matthias. He went to the water goblin and begged for his brother's body so he could take him home and bury him. But the path back from the pond led over a steep hill, and carrying the weight of the waterlogged body exhausted Matthias. He stopped to rest by an old oak tree, and he used a silver axe to cut off a branch that would serve as a walking stick. But it wasn't enough. Somehow, it was still getting harder to continue up the hill. Then Matthias realized it wasn't his brother's body that was weighing him down. It was the silver axe. The axe was the cause of all this trouble. So he started bashing the silver axe against a big stone with all his might, trying to destroy it. Yet no matter what, he couldn't even make a dent. With the last of his strength, Matthias climbed to the top of the hill. He knew he could go no further, so he found a pretty spot with a view over the valley and dug his brother a grave. There, he buried both his brother and the silver axe that had brought such pain upon them. His final act was to stick the oak branch in the ground by the grave. But lo and behold, the branch grew green leaves and became a tree. The locals have had no dealings with the water goblin since then, but some have had the bad luck to bump into him. And when you walk by the pier where it all happened, you can still hear his chuckling.
Ah. Well, that was a good tale. Told well.
That was a very nice story.
Story? What story? It's the truth.
Why hasn't anyone gone looking for the axe then?
Because it brings misfortune. Didn't you listen to me at all? Look for yourself if you wish. Rock Tower Pond isn't far from here. The Water Goblin's Pier is somewhere among the reeds. But leave me out of it. I'm fine here with my drink. Take care, friend.
Okay. The axe from the lake. Aha. Oh, hello. Do you know Henrik?
Do you know
Henrik.
Henrik at all?
He started going out with our monka a while ago, but we put a stop to it. In short, he's not exactly the kind of fella I want in my family.
Why? Did he do something to you?
I don't want him whisking Manka away, so we never see her again. His parents came here shortly after that terrible plague. There was a vacant farm, so they settled there. They had 3 sons, Henrik being the youngest. Say, have you met his brothers?
I haven't. Though I can't say I made an effort to.
Well, you couldn't have met them even if you wanted, because they're not here. Both of them left. They say the younger one had a sweetheart in Troskowitz and took her with him. Nobody knows where they ended up.
That doesn't mean anything.
Well, that doesn't really mean anything. You're judging him unfairly.
Come on now. What do you even know?
I've been through a lot. The main thing is, everyone deserves a second chance.
Just you wait. I'll prove you wrong. One of these days, he's going to pack up and disappear, and I don't want him taking our monka along with him. He doesn't like folks talking about it, but wandering's in his blood whether he likes it or not. He's even got into fights over it. Just mentioning it is enough for him to clench his fists. I don't want Monka wasting her time with someone like him. You should try that on him.
Okay. It's a very nice maypole you have.
You have a beautiful maypole. Does that mean life here is just as beautiful?
Aye, we're doing pretty well, and our fellas guard that maypole well.
But if they're guarding it, who's doing the other work?
That's why they take turns. Our Alshik was guarding it not long ago, but now the neighbor's lad, Henrik, is in charge of it. At least he doesn't have the time to fool around at night.
What about your son, Alshik?
Is Alshik your son?
Aye, he's our boy, but he's giving Prochek a headache because he doesn't like having to herd sheep. Ask him about it if you want.
Okay. See ya. Okay, well, we got her life story. Hello, innkeeper. Nice maypole you have there.
That's a beautiful maypole you have there. You don't see that every day. I reckon all the other villagers must envy you.
They sure do. Them Geliovites try to steal it, but our fellas kick their asses. Why are you so interested in it anyway?
I know a good maypole when I see one. If anyone knows anything about Henry, it's that he knows maypoles.
I'm from a small town myself, and I can appreciate a nice maypole. I remember having to guard it every year.
Tell me about it. A real headache it is, but for a good cause. Sorry, I'm just a bit on edge these days. And if someone had bad intentions, Henrik would show them how we do things here in Tachov. That's the one thing he's good for.
Tell me more about him.
I wanted to ask about Henrik.
What about him?
Did he do something to you? Sounds like you're not exactly fond of him.
Aye, I'm not. He's been getting on my nerves ever since he got together with our Manka. I'm afraid he'll mess with her head and run off with her, just like his bloody brothers did.
Where did they go?
What do I know? One day they just packed up and wandered off. Their village wasn't good enough for them, I reckon. I wouldn't mind if someone went and beat the thought of Manka out of his head. Maybe someone not from around here.
You're not the first to mention something like that.
I reckon Voika told you about it already, didn't she? No wonder. We both only want what's best for our daughter.
Okay. How do you get along with Alshik?
That shepherd, Alshik, is he your son?
Aye, that's my boy. He's going to be really important one day. I arranged for him to learn from Bailiff Trush, so he'll have a better life. But now it's his turn to look after the livestock, so he can't go there. What a waste of time.
I'm going to tell on Olbrum.
Listen, Prochek. Those Geliovites are plotting something against you.
What? Bloody hell.
Old Olbrum offered me some groschen to steal your maypole.
Damn it.
That bitter old fool just won't give up.
What can you
As
do?
if it wasn't enough that we fairly and honourably took theirs, and then fairly and honourably kicked their asses when they tried to take ours. It's a tradition. That's just how it goes. But for him to send some bloody outsider like that...
Hey, this bloody outsider just did you a favour and told you everything, though he didn't have to.
Aye, he did. I can clearly see he's an honest bloke, and we value honesty around here.
Let's say thank you.
Thanks. I see the people from Takov are honest too.
That we are. Speaking of which...
Ooh,
I
25
reckon it
groschen.
would be fair to repay Olbram in kind. Let me know if you're interested. I came up with a nice little pastime that's sure to make Olbram shit himself.
Oh, I failed frogs. Oh no. Wait a second. I didn't mean to fail it. I thought I could still do it, even though I told them. But I guess that doesn't make any sense. So what do you want me to do to the Zeliov fights? Also, one of the interesting things about this game's save system is that, like, we're kind of stuck with the choice made, right? There's very little way that we, like, unless I want to redo everything we've done today, I can't undo that. So, we're going to stick with it. What do you want me to do to the Zeliov fights?
So what should I do to the Jeliovites?
Listen up then. Old Olbram, the owner of the biggest plot of land in Zeliov, has this beautiful bull. White as snow he is, the finest animal far and wide. Obviously, he's very proud of it. Very protective too. Now you, will give his beautiful snow-white bull a nice new coat of paint. Olbram is going to lose his mind. Simple, right?
It seems like it.
Painting a bull, eh? That sounds like fun.
Right. We just have to work out a few details. First, we have to get some paint. I don't reckon we'll be able to get any here in the village, but you can try and ask Bartoszek, the tailor in Trotskovitz. I hear he dyes his own fabric. And after that, we'll have to make sure the bull stays still while you're painting it. Try asking Radovan, the local blacksmith. I hear he can make some kind of sleeping potion. If you pour it in the bull's water trough, I'm sure it'll do the trick. But watch out. That beast is enormous. You'd better put at least 3 doses of the potion in there.
Well, that sounds good.
All right then. Olbram's bull will be getting a new coat of paint.
Olbram's going to lose his mind. I can't wait. And remember, it's supposed to be a joke. If you get caught or something goes wrong, the whole thing will be ruined.
Right. So I need paint, sleeping potions, and to not get caught.
I gotta say that really what I want to do is walk right over there and just tell Olbram what's about to happen and get a new quest from Olbram and then head right over here getting paid for each one, but why do you and Zeliov hate each other anyway?
Why do you and the Zeliov lot hate each other so much anyway?
It's their fault. They keep playing tricks on us. Olbram's the worst of them all. The nasty old codger. He's always coming up with ways to mess with us. He's the one that stole our pasture.
What pasture?
What pasture did they steal from you?
The one that stretches from the orchard behind the Takov down to the gamekeeper's lodge. It's been ours since time immemorial. But the Zeliovites took it from us.
But that's what... Yeah, that's what they said you did to them. How did they take it from you?
And how did they take it from you? You can't exactly stuff a pasture in your purse and walk away with it.
Save the jokes, will you? This is fucking serious. There's a tree down by the gamekeeper's lodge that marks the edge of our land. My father, God rest his soul, was there when they agreed on it. He got a proper ass kicking so he'd remember it. And remember it he did. But then fucking Olbram came along, claiming it was the other way around. And that pasture belonged to Zeliov.
Can you reach some kind of agreement?
Well, can't you all just reach some kind of agreement?
Do you think we haven't tried? But there's no talking to the Zeliovites. Year after year we meet in that pasture. I tell it like it was, but Olbram always starts spewing his lies. Then we end up arguing until the sun sets. And when the Geliovites are at wit's end, they come at us, and nothing ever gets solved. We managed to convince them to at least give us back half the pasture. But I know the whole bloody thing belongs to us. We can't just leave things like this.
I actually think that, is this not the exact same conversation as the other one? Like, literally the exact same one. Did we not just ask this? It's not grayed out.
And how did they take it from you?
Yeah.
There's a
Okay.
But then
We did have this exact same thing.
and when we managed.
That's fine. Have you tried asking von Berghoff for help? He's going to say the bailiff thing, and then he's going to say the bailiff didn't want to get involved or something.
Have you tried asking Lord von Berghoff for help?
Of course, but he'd have none of it. He said it's up to the Trotskovitz bailiff to sort it out. But the bailiff couldn't care less. He said we should deal with Olbram ourselves, or he'll have us caned and clapped in the pillory.
Yes, this is the exact same conversation. Okay, what's going on around here?
What's new around here?
Vostatek, Lord von Beregov's huntsman, is a regular here. He might have some work for you. He's got a cottage near Vidlak Pond. So if you know your way around the woods, you could go and offer him your help. I hope he hasn't started drinking somewhere else. He's my best customer. And that's all I'd say.
We've heard
Sounds
that
interesting.
before. Yeah, we heard that at a different inn. Alright, see ya.
One beer.
Okay, no, I'm not a waiter, but okay. Let's go this way. Continue exploring. Hello? What else have we got here? Well, some barns. Basically just exploring, seeing what we can find. Big barn at the back with a cow in it. Fantastic. Right, what else have we got in here? I think this might be everything in town. There's not really a lot in town for us to look at. I never went back to the farm in Troskovitz, actually. That's one thing I wanted to go back to, because we have keys for it. Or to something in it. So, we should definitely try and see what we can get. Okay. Don't steal the horse. They'll be very mad if you steal the horse. Are you the huntsman? Wait a second. We've been looking for you. You're not... Oh, you're a huntsman. You're not the huntsman. Oh, I'm sorry. That's fine. So I also didn't find Hennick. Also, apparently I'm not allowed to steal their maypole anymore. Okay. Well, let's see if we can find Hennick anyway. See if we can help out.
He don't give a fuck.
Not here. You're a dice player, but there isn't anywhere to play dice. Okay, we'll keep looking for Hennick. I actually know what Hennick does. These are places that we can open this, apparently. Is this a shop? Nope, just something I can open. That's fine.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
Cheers.
Okay.
I hope you have an uneventful shift.
Right. Herbalist? Of some kind, or grocer? That's not where I need to be. For a housewife. It looks like this could be a shop. This is a private area. I discovered a grocer, but I went in the wrong door. Okay.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Yeah. I'll try. What did I see? I saw something I could click on, but I have no idea what it was. I was a trader. Hello.
What do you need, my friend?
Trade.
I'll have a look at the...
Okay, yeah, so he sells that sort of stuff.
Farewell, then.
That's fine. I mean, it kind of makes sense given his profession.
Never mind.
They're just mad that I'm running around. Okay. Oh, someone new. Oh, that's the innkeeper. I was going to say someone new here, but no, innkeeper. Still have not found Hennick, but he might be away and he'll come back later. That's the other thing. He could be out in the fields right now. It's rather difficult to find individual people if you don't know where they are. Greetings. You Hennick. And your hired hand. Don't really know what Hennick does, so I'm kind of hoping that he's in the farm somewhere. You're a hired hand? Oh, you're a drunkard. Oh, okay. That's cool. Let's head over here. See what we can find over this way. Still looking for any sign of anyone in the farm. Nope. No idea where he is. We haven't found their son either, actually, to be fair. Did say he didn't like being a shepherd, their son, so I'm assuming he'd be where sheep are. But, I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen any sheep either. So that's going to be a problem for us. Yeah. Okay. How about down here? I'll check down here yet. What's this place? Hello. Hired hand. Hail.
What are you doing here?
Am I not allowed here? I'm not allowed down there, I see. Let's cover the smokehouse. Nobody's here. You sure I'm not allowed down there? Yeah, I think you're pretty sure, aren't you? Okay. Continue looking for Hennick. Hey, I've reached a new level in vitality from running around. Wonderful. You're Radovan. Okay. I think this is my biggest problem in this game so far, is finding people who are named, but I don't know where they are. Obviously, you've got to follow their routine and maybe wait for them, but when you're impatient, you know, occasionally you'll find yourself just scouring the town. Again, I don't see any sheep anywhere, which you would expect a shepherd to have to deal with. See this thing over here. Ah, so you must be their son. Well, those are definitely sheep. You found the shepherds. Oh, hello.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Jesus Christ be praised. I think that was it giving us a thing on shepherds, right? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's in one of these. It's a craft. There we go. So it was telling us about shepherds, but he doesn't have anything to say either. Okay. So we found one of the two. No idea where Hennick is. I assume he might be back by the evening. Could wait for him, I suppose. It's definitely an option. We do need to wait for our head injury to get better at some point, and we do have a bed now that we can rest in. Okay. Are you Hennick? You've got a fancy hat on. You look like a Hennick. Or hired hand. You're a villager. Anyone else here? No? You're playing dice? You know what? We could play some dice to pass the time. Unless... Wait a second. Guarding the maypole? You're a Hennick.
God grant you health.
You're peasant. Peasant? Huh. Okay. Well, let's go in here. Oh, you're the innkeeper. Yeah, you're the hired hand. Let's play some dice, player.
Would you like to play dice?
What game would you like to play?
I would like to play without a badge. I would like to play Wagoners.
Wagoners.
Let's play.
Okay. I'm ready. I'm going to use the shrinking die. Confirm.
Heard about you, but you can't beat me.
Okay. That looks like a lot of sixes. That is a lot of sixes. Okay. We'll take the sixes and the 5 and score. There you go. 650 is a good first roll. Uh-huh. 500, you should...
That's enough for me.
Yeah, I was going to say, you should cash out on a 500 roll. Definitely. A couple of 1s, a couple of 5s, and a 6. I'll take a 1, and then continue. Yeah. That's okay. 3 3s and the 5s. Hey, that means I can re-roll the whole lot. Let's do it. Continue.
If I was you, I'd take it.
Sure you would. But now I got 3 1s, which is 1,000, and I've already won. And that's it. Yeah. Score.
Curva, why do I even play?
Aha. Well, we've defeated them. Okay. Can I still get your quest, by the way? Can I still do it?
What are you here for today?
No. Or at least I can't do any more dialogue with her. Okay.
Careful.
Well, I'm going to wait here then. I'm going to sit down. We're going to wait until evening. See if some people turn up. You go to like... Yeah, between 7 and 8 o'clock. Let's see what we've got around here. And then we'll go to bed if nobody turns up. Right. Not you. Still looking for Hennick.
Greetings.
Nobody's over... Oh, is that Hennick over here? Aha. You must be Hennick.
Is there something you need?
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you, Hennick. You don't want to
You
talk?
better go before people start to think you're trying to steal something.
Not trying to steal any... I'm sorry, Hennick. Alright, yeah, so that quest is permanently locked off. Good to know. Good to know. Alright, but I guess the mice quest is like, is probably independent of that. Like, it's, you can only do one or the other, I'd assume, unless you could have done that quest for frogs and then done mice immediately after. But, anyway. Let's, sleep. I'm gonna sleep, till, you know, just a little bit after dawn. About an hour or two after dawn. Wonderful. Proper sleep has now cured our headache. The game is saved, and it is time to end the episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.